Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Unapologetic Tea Time with your host, PG. That's me. Good Wednesday evening to all of my loyal YouTube subscribers and my occasional Happen In listeners. Thank you for stopping by this evening. I don't know what time it is in your neck of the woods, but good evening, good afternoon, good morning. How's everyone doing? Hope that you're all doing as well as you can be and that you are all remaining safe um, as you go about your daily life. We have quite a bit to talk about this evening, and as you can see in my title, my description, it says the days of our lives. It feels as though we're in another world searching for tomorrow, but yet only to find that these are the days of our lives in 2020. This year has been one heck of a year and it's not over with yet. We are continuing to see things happening right before our eyes, such as the death toll is rising, the amount of infections are rising daily in the United States. We're up to, I think it is 47 or 48 states right now that are all in code red, which is the only other color it could go to would be code red. And that's a problem. But before I get into the crux of everything this evening, y'all, I'd like to say again, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for continuing to support me, all of my loyal subscribers and my new subscribers, as well as my new listeners. Thank you. I appreciate you. We are fast approaching holiday time. As we all know, next week is one of our largest national holidays that we celebrate here in the United States, and that is Thanksgiving. This year, because of COVID, we have been asked as United States citizens to try to limit the amount of people that we come in contact with and try to limit the amount of people that we have over in our homes. Hey, Aaron, how are you? I'm glad to see that you popped in this evening. Thank you for your loyal support. It really means a lot to me. But back to what I was saying is we're being asked to limit the amount of people in our homes and in our surrounding bubble so that we will not continue to spread this outrageous virus that it is. Also, with that being said, a lot of us are loners. A lot of us out there have little to no family or no family at all. Some of us do suffer from depression, PTSD, anxiety issues, you name it. A lot of people will paint a smile on their face, but not necessarily they feel the same way inside. So please, if you know of anyone or you have a neighbor or a loved one that lives alone or that will be alone on especially during these holidays and this year, reach out to them via phone, via Skype, via instant messenger or whatever you can do, Google Duo or whatever, FaceTime, and just check in on them. That could mean a matter of life and death, because the holidays and we have COVID, we have job losses, we have a lot going on, and suicide is continuing to rise in our country. The National Suicide Line, or the National Suicide Prevention Line, the number is 1-800 273 8255. Again, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is 1-800 273 8255. Again, 1-800 273 8255. Or you can text the word HELLO, hello, to 741741. Again, you can text that number 741741 and put in the word hello to that number. And this is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you yourself need help, if you know of a loved one that needs help, a friend or a family member, a neighbor or whomever, please try to get them the necessary help that they need. A lot of times, just having someone to talk to, a crisis intervention counselor or what have you, can help. We are going through some trying times, some troubling times, some uncertain times, and anxiety levels are running really high. Depression is really taking a foothold on people, and PTSD and everything all in between. Alcoholism is at its highest peak right now as well, and drug use as well. So please don't forget about the friends or people that you know who may need just a hello, how are you doing, checking in on you or whatever. Please don't forget these people during this holiday season and during COVID. It can mean a matter of life and death. Also, the Veterans Crisis Line is the same number. If you're a veteran, whether it be active service, active duty, or a veteran, retired, or just completed your tour of duty in crisis, as well as a family member or friends of a veteran, whether they're active or inactive, you can also reach out to 1-800-273-8255, or you can press 1 to talk to a counselor, or you can text 838-255. Again, service members, active and inactive, can call the Veterans Crisis Line, which is the same number, 1-800-273-8255. Or if you want to use the text mode, you can text 838-255. If you want to talk to someone and you are a service member, when you dial the 1-800-273-8255 number, please press the number 1 key to talk to someone. All right, moving right along. The next thing I have to talk about right quick is scams, and more scams. There's all kinds of scams going on right now. People are calling. You know, it's that time of the year where Medicare recipients, Medicaid recipients, and what have you, have an opportunity to change their insurance or to add insurance or to pick up insurance. People, their first time going on to Social Security and what have you, they're being bombarded by phone calls from insurance companies, insurance agents, and also scammers, especially the elderly. Please, 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 if you have elderly family members, elderly friends, elderly neighbors, please, if you're out raking leaves or if you're out on the sidewalk walking your dog and you happen to see them, please let them know that there are scammers going around calling, texting, and what have you. And there could potentially be some repercussions on their end if they get the wrong information, especially banking information, especially Social Security numbers and what have you. I want to talk for a few minutes about this one particular scam that has recently been going around here for the last month or two. And that is where they're saying that they're sending you a text message basically through your Cash app. And I guess it's from people who maybe discard phones and what have you. And you have malicious people that pick up on those phones and you don't delete all your data from the phones or all of your information or whatever. I don't know how they get it, but they do. And they're texting people and they're saying, hey, you won $300 and we want to Cash App you. Please go to this link. And when you go to the link, what it does, especially by using your cell phone, what it does is it allows that person a backdoor into your phone's network. And from there, they can basically see all of your contact information and things and basically do what they need to do. Basically, they can take over the phone briefly If you have Zelle, or if you have the Cash App and Instagram, MoneyGram or whatever, but PayPal or whatever, they'll just basically put in a amount. Most of the times they'll do 999.00, which is $999, basically $1,000. And before you know it, in less than a minute or two, they've done that. And the next thing you know, by the time you hang up the phone, that money's basically gone out of your account. So please be aware. If it sounds too good to be true, more than likely it is. No one is just at random going to send you some money via Cash App and you not necessarily know about it. It is what it is, unless it's a surprise or you'll know who it's coming from. They won't have you going to some other link and all of that bullshit. Trust and believe, it's a scam. Please don't fall for it. I'm trying to warn my fellow YouTube subscribers and people who happen onto my channel and listen to my vlog and podcast. Please don't fall for the okie doke. There's scammers out there. You would think that they would sit their asses down during a fucking pandemic, but oh no, that's, they can't seem to do that. Just like they can't seem to wear a mask. But that's another subject. So please be aware. All right, moving right along swiftly and professionally, y'all. I want to talk today on a few things. The few things that I want to talk about, especially, is during this time of the year, we have people that perhaps may not have a lot of food to eat, especially elderly people, especially young people, students, and what have you. So there are resources available. You can reach out to 211, and that is a community organization that is in your geographical area. That number is 211, and it is a resource for the city, town, and state you live in. And they can further direct you to these resources, such as food pantries, food banks, maybe churches, nonprofit organizations that can help during this time of year, get you at least some food to carry you through the holiday. Perhaps it may not be necessarily a turkey, it may be a whole chicken, it may be some other trimmings and what have you. Please put that out there. You can dial 211, and there are operators that are standing by. I don't know if they're open 24/7, but I know they are open during normal business hours, like from 8 to 5, or maybe from 8 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Time, and Central Standard Time. I don't know about Pacific Standard. They may be open during those times as well. It depends on the geographical area that you're located in. So that's a resource that you can share with someone that you may know who possibly could use that bit of information. The other thing that I want to talk about briefly this evening is, if you have things that you have an abundance of, and you know someone, it's that time of year, every day should be Thanksgiving, but far too many times a lot of us will celebrate Thanksgiving and be thankful and grateful for that one day. We should be grateful every day, and especially now with what's going on, that we are still amongst the living, we are still around, and we're getting ready to happen upon this holiday. It may be, yes, it's going to be quite different, but at the same time, look at how many people who didn't make it. Look at how many people who are hospitalized right now. Just today, look at the amount of deaths that were happening throughout our United States of America, through this country. 2 states, North Dakota and South Dakota alone, basically this evening on CNN World News, they compared North Dakota and South Dakota to the small country of Korea. And they said that the amount of infection rate and death tolls was far more than Korea had. So that says a lot. That's a whole nother country far away, way across the seas. And these two states amongst us, our United States, um, have death tolls and infection rates that are more than a whole nother country in overseas. That's unbelievable. I mean, I can hardly believe it. But the numbers were there. The graph they showed. I even did a little bit further research and looked at the AP, looked at CNN, looked at ABC, MSNBC, and CBS, and they were all saying basically the same thing. The numbers were the same all across the board. So that's a sad situation right there. So please be mindful when you go out, when you go into the grocery stores and what have you. Please mask up, wash your hands, wear gloves if necessary. If you need to, you think you're not going to wash your hands, definitely you want to get some gloves, wear them. You want to wipe down your counters, your doorknobs, your door handles, things, cabinet drawer pulls and stuff, refrigerator handles, things that your family members that live in the house with you every day or whatever, or that you touch and you live alone on a constant basis. Wipe it down at least once or twice a day. It can't hurt, and it's not a whole lot of work to do, but, get a clean towel or whatever, put a little bleach spray, a little Lysol or whatever you want on it and wipe it down. Let it dry and keep it moving. That's to keep you safe. Google, let Google be your friend, y'all. Google has done a poll and has come up with their wonderful analytics that they use to determine certain other trends and patterns. They came up with something that was quite interesting to me, and I want to share it this evening. Is they pretty much, if you go to Google and you type in, say, HEB, HEB in Texas, which is a grocery store, or you type in Publix in Florida, or you type in Kroger here in Georgia, or wherever you are, whatever your King Scooper or whomever, wherever you may be, you can type that in. And basically, if you look close enough, further down, about 3/4 of the way down on that one little location area of that particular store that you're Googling, it will actually tell you the off times, the peak times, and the busiest times of the day. So what you want to do is, especially when grocery shopping, they're asking that people be mindful of crowded stores because of the ventilation systems, and because, you got some assholes that don't wear masks, don't want to do the right thing, don't want to save themselves, nor do they want to help save you. So what you want to do is you actually want to go in the off time of the off peak, or the slowest time of the day, if you can, in order to get your groceries or to run in and get whatever items you need and get out quickly. And you can do that by Googling those stores. It works for Walmart. It works for Kroger's, like I said, all of the stores basically. I did about 7 or 8. I did Target, I did Walmart, I did Kroger, I did Publix, I did Winn-Dixie down in Louisiana, I did Piggly Wiggly, and I did Food Lion and something else. I forgot. Wegmans. So, and they all had different times. They all, but it had the same little graph, believe it or not. And I was really quite impressed at what they had, because it actually, you wouldn't really know it's there. It kind of goes unnoticed. But if you look down, as soon as you click on that particular store in wherever area you are, it literally shows you those times when it's busiest and when it's not busy and what have you. So with those, you can kind of arm yourself and know when is a kind of a decent time that you can run in and grab your items and go. So I just thought about sharing that with you guys tonight, because anytime I get some information like that, something to use that could possibly save you from running into a whole lot of people, perhaps getting infected, or perhaps putting yourself in more jeopardy and more danger just to grocery shop, I'm going to help, and I'm going to try to do all I can to keep you and I safe. We're all in this together. So we all have to do our part, and we all can help do something. No matter how small it is, no matter how minuscule you think it is, we can still do something together collectively. And together collectively, we can beat this. You know, it has been proven that masks save lives. So please wear a mask and help save lives, save yourself and others as well. Um, I don't have a whole lot more, y'all, to talk about except, um, this week is going fairly well. I can't really complain. I don't have really anything to complain about. I'm wonderfully blessed. As long as I'm topside and I still have all my right faculties and what have you. It is what it is. I'm going to try to keep going. So I say to you, all of my listeners, here with me this evening, as well as those who are going to come later on during the week and hear this broadcast or what have you, please, please, please do what you need to do to keep yourself safe, as well as your friends and family members. Meaning, wear a mask. Suggest somebody else wear a mask. Carry an extra mask in your vehicle. Carry your hand sanitizer with you. If you don't have hand sanitizer, use rubbing alcohol. Have an extra pair of gloves. Do whatever you need to do to make certain that you're taken care of and that your family members are taken care of. Yesterday, Walmart announced that they will be limiting certain items from here on out through the rest of this year. And though they're going to start with paper goods, because paper goods, they said that they are running short. There's a shortage with them. I noticed today I went to Kroger, I went to Publix, and I went to Walmart, and I went to a store called Ingles. And these are large grocery stores in my township. And they all had in the aisles 2 packs of toilet tissue, 2 packs of paper towels. That is the limit that you can purchase right now. I also went to Walgreens, CVS, and they also had signs up limiting the amount that you could purchase, which was one of the Walgreens that I went in had a sign saying 1 pack of tissue, 1 pack of paper towels, and 1 pack of Kleenex. The other one across town that I went to, the other Walgreens that I went in briefly to do my research right quick, I was basically in and out in less than 5 minutes. They had a limit of 2. And I think it was because the Walgreens that I went in first, that store is a little bit smaller, a smaller store, but it is located in a large area and it's one of the older stores. So I guess they get more people in that store, but yet their shelves, the store is tiny. So they can't stock as much as the other larger Walgreens, like I said, across town where I had gone on my way back home, making a complete circle. So be aware of that in the coming weeks or in the coming days and weeks. And as the time progresses, it will probably tighten up a little bit more. So again, food for thought. If you are running low on some of these items that are necessary household items, I don't know what your pocketbook looks like. I don't know what your wallet looks like, your purse looks like, or whatever, or your Crown Royal bag that you keep your cash in, or your cheese in, aka cash, moolah, whatever. But try to get what you can while you can. Walmart also announced cleaning supplies. Now, the Walmart that I went to, because there's basically 1, 2, 3, there's like 4 Walmarts in a 20-mile radius, basically. If you hit all 4, basically you have gone a complete 20 miles around to get to all 4, which is not very far. They also announced, like I said, the cleaning supply shortage. Now, the first Walmart I went to is basically less than 3 miles away from me. And it's a large Walmart. Basically, it's pretty new. It's less than 5 years old. Um, this one was really low on cleaning supplies. They did not have any bleach. They had detergent like washing powder, soap detergent. They didn't have many hand soaps. They did not have Pine Sol. I did not see things of that nature. They did have some squirt bottles of like 409. They did have a couple bottles left on the shelf of some Lysol cleaner, all-purpose cleaner in a spray bottles. But as far as normally how they would have it, it was very, very sparse, very sparse. And now between them announcing it nationally yesterday in the AP, Associated Press, and today, which I got out around 11 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And I went to these stores. I went to 2 Walmarts, and both of those looked fairly almost the same. And they were in 2 totally different geographical areas. One was even in more of a rural area, and it's even larger than the one near me. And they basically looked almost the same. Their toilet paper aisle and tissue aisle was basically ramsacked. I mean, they had just empty bulk stack pallets. There was probably on that large aisle, I kid you not, no joke, there probably was maybe 15 packs of tissue in a assortment of quantity sizes, and probably another maybe 8 to 10 packs of paper towels, including some single rolls. So that wasn't a good picture. But anyway, I just want to let you guys and gals, boys and girls, know this, because if you know better, you can do better. If you get a heads up on something, you could possibly, have a little change of plans after work tomorrow, whatever, or your day off, or maybe you're not working right now, whatever. Plan to leave the house a little bit earlier. Call the store, see if there's a truck, see if they got any inventory in. Google is your friend. Sometimes it'll let you know whether they have things in stock or out of stock. Yeah. So I just want to bring that up so that you guys know kind of what to expect going forward. Now, I have a friend that is a butcher that works for Publix, and this year turkeys were kind of in a little bit of a short supply. Certain turkeys, certain brands, also the beef, for some reason the beef was in a little bit of a short supply. And what they're doing is they're filling kind of the meat counters, but they're putting like one row. Whereas, you used to walk in your stores and you would have like, the prepackaged steaks and the T-bones and different things. You would have like 2 and 3 stacks, of it. And then you'd have maybe 3 or 4 stacks behind each other, so that that meat case basically, I don't know if it was maybe 20, 30 feet long or longer, was full. Well, now it's one row, one stack. That's it. A stack of one, and it's one. Maybe they'll have 4 packs of chicken, 4 packs of breast, 4 packs of leg quarters, 4 packs of drumettes, and no more of like 36 packs of drumettes and 36 packs of legs. And no, I didn't see that at Publix today. I didn't see that at Kroger's. I didn't see that at the 2 Walmarts that I went to. What does that indicate? That indicates a shortage. How long is it going to be? Don't know. Will they lock us down? Will they shut the country down? Perhaps. It won't be a complete shutdown, but it's going to have to be shut down in some of these states that, if they don't, the systems are going to break down completely. and you just can't let that happen. So what happens is, in the interim, or in the meantime, in between time, they have to curtail it and get the virus back under control. So they have no choice but to shut some things down. Will you be able to go out? Yes, absolutely. Will you be able to get your medication? Absolutely. Will you be able to get some food? Absolutely. What kind of food? I don't know. But, so don't panic. But I am saying to you right here, right now, at this very hour of 11:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday evening, please get what you can while you can. If you don't have a deep freezer, that's understandable. Get other things. Get, tuna, get some canned chicken, get, some raviolis if you eat those things, or if you can stomach eating those things, so that if there's a time where you don't have that much meat in the freezer or whatever, and there's not much that you can get at the store, you still can pull from your cupboards or your pantry or what have you, and still make some type of a meal, with your proteins and stuff. So buy some canned fruit, buy some fruit in the jar, buy some beans, buy some rice. Beans are kind of sparse right now, dry beans. Rice is kind of sparse right now. So try to get what you can while you can. I'm not going to harp on it, but it's just important. When I repeat myself a couple of times, those have been rocking with me for a year now, or almost a year, or a little over a year. When PG repeats herself, trust and believe it's something of importance that I'm making sure that I drill into your head. That way you don't forget about it. The other thing is, some of the stores will be open on Thanksgiving Day, like Kroger's, I think until 4 o'clock. Don't forget, if you have prescriptions or you have family members and what have you, try to get your stuff by Wednesday, because some of the grocery stores will be closed, and some of the grocery store inside pharmacies definitely will be closed. Big Blue, Walmart won't be open. They're going to open on Black Friday, and a lot of the other places, Target and what have you. Please, 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 if you're going to shop, try to shop online. Try to shop before Black Friday, because some of the sales are already going and taking place right now. You can find a lot of bargains. Later on this weekend, I plan on doing a Black Friday sales special, and I'm going to talk about some bargains and some things that I think are really good buys that you might want to hear about. But other than that, that's all I got to say, y'all. Y'all be safe and have a great rest of your evening. Bye now.